Okay, I'm so excited about this week's Make It Monday because I wanted to learn how to make beef jerky in honor of National Beef Jerky Day, which is coming up later this month. So we came straight to Salt and Thyme, where Bryan Butler recently named Best Butcher in Texas by the Texas Beef Council. So I would think he knows a thing or two about making beef jerky. Bryan, thanks for having us out.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming. One of my favorite subjects.
Yeah, me too. I love beef jerky. I love dried meats in general, and I'm excited to learn from the very best. So we're starting off here with a giant cut of meat here.
Yeah, I wanted to show you, to make beef jerky, you know, it kind of really comes down to the starting cut. And what I like to use in the shop here is what we call a bottom round or bottom round flat.
Okay.
And you can buy this in most butcher shops and grocery stores here and around Texas.
All right, and so then once you have that,
yeah, so there's a few different approaches to trimming meat for beef jerky. This is what we call the 90-degree rule, where we're basically just cutting this. So this is a portion of that roast that I just showed you, that we basically just cut it from end to end here, basically.
Well, that's quite the knife.
Well, you want this because you want to have a lot of knife to travel for your cut, so I get that without having to pick it up.
Cut, yeah.
And we want to see this thickness. We're somewhere between a 1/4 inch and just a little less. Now, this may vary depending on how you're cooking it, what kind of cooker you're on, but you're going to want something that's relatively thin and not too thick. Now, there's some folks who like to do it the other way. Now, this will give you a really steak-like chewy bit. This is, when I say the 90-degree rule, it means the grains of the muscles are all running perpendicular to the cut. So that means that when you bite it, it's going to be very tender because there's not very much in the way. This is the other direction. You see how I'm cutting with the grain on that? So in this, we're just going to turn this if you're doing it at home. So this way for 90-degree, just cutting it straight across, lay it over, and we can cut the same thing on the bottom here. You see how there's that grain, and you can split them, and you can make those like jerky bars that you see certain processors make.
And then from there, it's all about the spices, the seasoning.
So what I really like about beef jerky is it's one of those foods that really touches on all the tastes on your palate, and that's really unique. I think the history of beef jerky is really unique in that right as well. But you want something that's sweet, sour, you want a little bit of smokiness, you want some acidity sometimes. So I've got a mixture of things that you could or could not use. For marinade, I like to start with a base of soy sauce. You can use a light sodium light sauce if you like. I do bolster that with a little bit of salt as well, just so we want to be sure it's nice and salty. We can use either fresh or granulated garlic. If you use fresh ingredients, including something like this pepper, the only challenge with this, if you're doing it at home, is that you're adding a very moist ingredient to something you're ultimately trying to dry out to the maximum.
Right, makes sense.
After your marinating process, you want to kind of wipe those fresh ingredients off. They'll purge out. But with a dry ingredient, you don't have to worry about that too much. So we have a little bit of brown sugar as well, which is really nice. You can omit this if you like. We have a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper, and you always want to buzz your corns up fresh so you get the best flavor. You can almost smell the difference in this versus just regular black pepper. It's very strong and very pungent. A little bit of red pepper flakes, which are really nice as well for heat. And then some fresh cilantro if you like, or parsley. I have a big commercial smoker that can handle 200 or 300 pounds of jerky at a time, but obviously not everybody has something like that. Or they may not have a dehydrator, and maybe we're just using their oven. Don't worry, you can still make something that's going to be really, really tasty. So if you can't smoke something, how do we get smoke flavor to it? A lot of guys will say, oh, liquid smoke is what you want to go with. No. I don't like liquid smoke. I don't recommend liquid smoke. Let's just not do that. What you can do is you can add ingredients that have a smoked flavor to them, so they'll impart that flavor to it. So I've got 2 kinds of paprika here that I just wanted you to smell. So this is a plain Spanish paprika, and this is a smoked, and this is just for the sake of, and don't get too close to it, just kind of waft it to your nose a little bit. Now that has a very muted flavor. Now smell that, and this will be much stronger.
Oh yeah, you can smell the smokiness with that.
Really smoky. You really want to do like every slice individually. So what I'll do, when you do 200-something pounds, this is very timely process, but you want to get marinade on all of the surfaces before they lay. So
you don't want them on top of each other.
Because they will stick. But on our marinade at the strength that we do it at, usually 24 hours is enough. What you're watching for is the salt content, basically. If you let it soak too long and marinade, it can wind up being too salty.
And then we've got the finished product.
Yeah, so this is a batch we did last week. You can see that grain still that we were talking about there. I should mention that this is Akiushi beef, so this is a really exotic beef to be using for beef jerky. So it has a higher fat content, which is really nice, but you got to really dry it really completely to avoid that. But yeah, have a bite, try it.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see, a little bit of a chew.
Oh man, that's good.
And we sell it, but we sell out of we do have there's a couple of proprietary ingredients we do go in here with this for sure. You don't want to give away everything away sometimes, you know.
I understand.
But there's a lot of ingredients that can be added for sure and played with.
We gave people the basics so they know how to do jerky. You know what makes a great gift? Beef jerky.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got Father's Day coming up. I'm sure you guys have a lot of things in here that dads would like at Salt and Time.
Oh yeah, it's a big holiday for us.
All right, Brian, well, we appreciate you teaching us how to make beef jerky today.
Thank you.
So much.